Hi, happy Monday, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Time Out Overtime on this, the one and only Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm Rick Arsenal. You know the drill. If you haven't done so yet, get down there in the corner, smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. We have a lot to get into today, a lot that transpired over the weekend. If you haven't heard by now, this just came in late breaking news. As I was about ready to come on the air tonight, and I don't have, other than to tell you what it is, I don't have any details. Michigan State will not have to find a new president. Kevin Guskowitz has decided to stay in East Lansing other than take the job at Clemson. That's all I know. That's all I can tell you. Obviously, we'll have maybe more details for you on Wednesday. Kevin Guskowitz, MSU president, isn't going anywhere. He's staying at East Lansing. Who knows what happened at Clemson? I honestly don't know. Maybe his family decided they didn't want to move to, South Carolina? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But Clemson is in South Carolina, isn't it? I thought it was anyway. Maybe I do stand corrected on that. Anyway, Kevin Guskowitz isn't going anywhere. Okay. Where should we begin here first today? Basketball, not a whole lot to report regarding the Pistons or the Red Wings. If you're a Piston fan, how would you feel about bringing in Kevin Durant? I think he'd be a great fit on this team. Spread the floor. That give you a front court player who could shoot, good size. I don't know if he's a problem in the locker room or not, but what would it take to get him? You have to do a sign and trade with Jalen Duren. I don't know. I think it's a reach anyway. I don't think he's coming here. Pistons might be done. That they might be done right now. I'd like to see him try to get Murphy from New Orleans. They might be done. Red Wings, with each passing day, the chances of Dylan Larkin being traded are getting slimmer and slimmer with each passing day. I don't know. In this case, I suppose you could say no trade is better than a bad trade. Look, couples have divorced and reconciled and got back together again. Maybe that can happen between Yzerman and Larkin. I don't know. It's just a shame this got leaked, and I'm sure it was leaked by his agent. You heard what Yzerman had to say last week. Whatever he does, it will be in the best interest of the Detroit Red Wings, and he cannot guarantee that a trade will be made. Okay, he can't. Baseball, Tigers had the day off after a 5-1 road trip. You know, I'm looking some of these numbers. First of all, if you haven't heard, the Tigers. There is one team in Major League Baseball that has 3 position players on the All-Star team. 3 position players, not including pitchers, position players. And that team, folks, is your Detroit Tigers. Riley Green, Dylan Dingler, of course, catcher, and shortstop phenom Kevin McGonigal. There is no other team that has 3 position players on the All-Star team. These numbers for the Tigers don't add up. You look at run differential. They're 5th in the American League at run differential. Only the Yankees, the Rays, the Mariners, and the White Sox are better. They're 5th. these numbers I'm giving to you here don't add up to a team that's 10 games in the red, 10 games under 500. It doesn't make any sense. So here's look at these four teams ahead of them: the Yankees and the Rays and the Mariners and the White Sox. They just swept the Yankees. They swept the Rays a couple of weeks ago. They came home and took 2 or 3 from the Mariners, and they just swept the White Sox. Yet they're 40 and 50, 10 games under 500. No, they were 16. Um, I don't know. One of the better rotations in all of baseball, and 3 position players, 3 starters on the All-Star team. You look at the rest of the division as far as All-Star selection goes. Twins have 2, center fielder Byron Buxton and pitcher Joe Ryan. The Royals have 2, shortstop Bobby Witt Jr., pitcher Michael Wacha, starting pitcher Michael Wacha. The Guardians have 3 rookie pitcher, starting pitcher Parker Messick, relief pitcher closer Cade Smith, and rookie second baseman Travis Bazzana. I'll get to that in just a second. The White Sox, who are in first place, only have 1 guy on the team. 1 guy. That's third baseman Miguel Vargas. Okay. Only the Tigers have 3 position players on the American League All-Star team. As far as the Guardians rookie second baseman Travis Bazzana, I don't understand this. Don't get it. I don't know. Let's look at his numbers. 249 batting average. 249 batting average. He does have 7 home runs, 27 RBI, OPS of 750. It's about average. Okay. Nothing that spectacular. For rookie, you would think he'd have to have better numbers than that, comparable to that of maybe Kevin McGonigal. He doesn't. I don't. Cade Smith, one of the better closers in the American League, I can see that, and Parker Messick isn't having a fairly good rookie season. He might be the Guardians' best starter. This Travis Bazzana puzzles me, though. I don't understand it. You could argue that there's another rookie on the team, Chase DeLauder, with better numbers than Bazzana. I don't get it. I don't understand. If you're a Guardian fan, does it make sense? Well, I'm sure it does. If Tom Hamilton had his way, Daniel Schneemann would be an all-star. If it was up to Tom Hamilton. Schneemann. I don't know. I don't get it. So the Tigers that are 40. Well, let me get the Tigers out of the way here first. They're 40 and 50. They've got they're home now for a 6-game homestand just prior to the All-Star game. 3 with the Las Vegas Athletics, and 3 with the Philadelphia Phillies. Then the All-Star break. And then after the break, they start on the West Coast. 3 in Anaheim against the Angels. Then on the way back, 3 at Wrigley against the Cubs. And then to round out the rest of the month, they're back here for 4 with the gosh awful Kansas City Royals. And 3 with the. Then that's 19 games. I think that's 19 games now between now and the end of the month. Let's see, 6, 6, and then 7. Yeah, that's 19 games. Uh, they're 10 games under 500 right now. So let's look at this a second here. Uh, how do they get back into this playoff slash divisional race at this? They dug themselves such a deep hole. You come home, you got, like I said, you got three with the three with the Athletics, uh, who are third from the bottom in run differential. Third from the bottom in run differential, with a minus 72. The Royals are last at minus 85, but you know, a lot of that is that minor league ballpark they play in Sacramento. So anyway, you've got three with the Athletics and three with the Phillies. Go 4-2. Go 4-2. Okay, now you're 4-2. And we're just looking at the rest of the month here. 4-2 in this current homestand right now. Then the All-Star break, and you're on the road. 3 in Anaheim and 3 at Wrigley. Cubs are pretty good, but if you could sweep the Angels in Anaheim, I know the Tigers normally don't play that well there, but those guys stink. Yeah, they still have Mike Trout, sure, but 3 in Anaheim and 3 at Wrigley. So if you swept the 3 games in Anaheim, you'd only have to win 1 at Wrigley. So there you're 4-2 again. You're 4-2 again. So in those 12 games, then you're 8-4. You're 8-4, and then to close out the month, you come home to play 4 with the gosh awful Royals, who are dead last in run differential at minus 85, and the Orioles, who aren't so hot either. That's what, a 7-game homestand. Go 5-2. Go 5-2 on that 7-game homestand. So let's add it up. 4-2. I'm looking at like I said, the rest of the month. 4-2. Before the All-Star game, 4-2 after the All-Star game. Now you're 8-4. You've got that homestand at the end of the month, 7-game homestand against the Royals and the Orioles. Go 5-2. 4-2, 4-2, 5-2. Okay, so now you're 4-2, you're 8-4, and you're 13-6. 13-6. So if you're 40-50 now, so if you went 13-6 between now and the end of the month, you'd be 53-56. 53-56. Just 3 games under. You're back in the playoff race. You're back in the divisional race. That should be, if you're a Tiger fan, that should be how you look at this now. They can't afford to lose any of these series between now and the end of the month. And the schedule gets a lot tougher in August. Okay. I didn't mean to devote this much time to the Tigers on this edition, but I kind of got carried away with all these numbers because, like I said, they don't make any sense. The numbers don't add up. Before the season started, Dan Dickerson predicted that their run differential for this season would be about plus 75. And he said that equals about 90 wins. And that's not going to happen. I can see a plus 50 maybe, but not 75. No, they're not going to win 90 games. Of course not. That's my formula. I just laid it out to you between now and the end of the month. By August 1st, how you can get back in this playoff / divisional race. Because the Guardians just aren't that good. Their pitching is decent. They've got a good bullpen. The problem with the White Sox, they hit a lot of home runs. Their starting pitching is okay, but their rotation isn't as good as the Tigers. And their bullpen isn't any better than the Tigers is either. And I'm sure Guardians Cleveland never really does much at the trade deadline, but I'm sure both the White Sox and the Tigers. And I don't know, are the Tigers going to be buyers and sellers? If the Tigers follow the script that I just laid out for you, they'll be buyers at the trade deadline. They need bullpen help too. Anyway, I just presented to you the formula for them to get back into this thing so it's not a lost season. All right. So much for the Tigers. My sponsors, Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale. We had a problem after the storm hit Friday. They had a power pole down in their parking lot, and they couldn't get the mess cleaned up until yesterday. So they reopened, thankfully, yesterday. They're up and running again. So the best doggone sit-down family restaurant in our area. Nothing else comes close. Finish Line Family Restaurant on Carlton Road in Hillsdale. Hours of operation, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. They're open till 8 Thursday, Friday night. Fast, friendly service, great family atmosphere, reasonably priced, award-winning breakfast served all day. Well, I mean, what more can you ask for? It's everything you want in a restaurant. You see a lot of the same people in there because they know what they're going to get. I can promise you, when you fuel up from food at the Finish Line Family Restaurant, you're always going to finish first. And once you paid your bill and you're headed out that door, you have a big smile on your face for good reason. Okay, so better see you all there. All right. We're also brought to you in part by Barrett Insurance. Seniors, have you got your playbook ready for Medicare? Don't let healthcare costs bench you. We're calling an audible with Joe Brood at Barrett Insurance to help you navigate Medicare and health insurance. So whether you're aging into Medicare, you're in a special enrollment period, or you're losing other coverage, Joe's got the stance and the know-how to help you score the best coverage for your needs. Plus, you get a game plan for retirement healthcare costs. Okay? Now, what about businesses? Businesses, don't get sacked. Joe's got group health coverage options for you too. Give Joe a call at 517-849-1000 or check him out at www.barrettins.com. That's all one word, 2 R's and 2 T's, barrettins.com. You find them on the corner of US 12 and M99 in downtown Jonesville. Joe Rudin Insurance, protecting your dreams. 517-849-1000. BarrettINS.com. Barrett Insurance, protecting your dreams. And of course, Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 37 Walton Street, 517-610-5372. Only place around here to go for tech services. Nothing comes close. Nothing. They're just the best at what they do. Computers, new or used. Flat screen TV, mounting, programming setup. Maybe you're changing internet providers. You need that installed. Printers, new or used, anything at all, folks. Just get in there and see them. Okay? Am I losing my camera here? Get up there, camera. There we go. Just get in there and see them, will you please? Because they're the best at what they do, tech services. Tim Lilly and his staff are more than capable of resolving any technical issues that you may have. Just get in there and see them. 37 Walton Street, downtown Hillsdale. 517-610-5372. You go in there, tell them Rick and Mickey sent you. Thank you very much. President Trump put in a call to the head of FIFA, which is the governing body of international soccer, Gianni Infantino, and he got Flo Begano. They got him. They rescinded his red card, and he's playing tonight. USA against Belgium at 8:00 on Fox. He's playing. The FIFA has granted apparently Belgium an opportunity to appeal the decision. I don't know how far that's going to go, but a lot of people see shady dealings here. They get a call from the president of the government that's hosting the World Cup this year, and the next thing you know, he take his red card away. He's going to play tonight, as near as I know, anyway. So, go USA, go USA. Lions training camp gets underway. Full squad workout. First full squad workout is the 29th. That would be what, a week, 3 weeks from Wednesday. Can't wait. It'll be here before you know it. And I just right across this, Pro Football Focus recently published, and they always do every year prior to the season, a list of the top 300 fantasy players. Pro Football Focus. I have more respect for them than anybody else. With their list of top 300 fantasy players. Obviously, I'm not going to go through the whole list. I'm just going to give you the top 10. But look who's number one on the list. Your Detroit Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs, number one on the list of 300 top fantasy players from Pro Football Focus. Interesting. Number two, Bijan Robinson of the Atlanta Falcons. I can see that. Number three, the Atlanta Rams, Puka Nacua. This is your fantasy, top 300 fantasy players. Number four, Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals. Probably the best receiver in the game right now came in at number five, and that's the Seahawks, Jackson Smith-Njigba. 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey came in at number six. Jonathan Taylor of the Colts is seven. Justin Jefferson of the Vikings came in at number eight. Look who's number nine here. Your Detroit Lions, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and C.D. Lamb of the Cowboys is in at number 10. Lions, folks, are the only team on this list with two players in the top 10. That should say something about this offense. And with this revamped offensive line, I think they're going to, and the new Drew Petzing, the new offensive coordinator, I think this Lions offense this year is going to shake and bake. I haven't looked forward to a Lions season or anticipated so much like I have this year. And keep in mind, they're no longer going to have joint workouts with anybody in the preseason, like they in training camp, like they've had the past few years. That's out. First preseason game is August the 13th at Cincinnati, and Dan Campbell has indicated he's probably going to play the regulars in the preseason. So he more or less said last year that he regretted not doing that. Okay, so we'll see if he follows through on that. But 3 weeks from Wednesday at the Meyer Performance Center in Allen Park, Lions' first full-scale, full-team workout. Rookies will report on the 25th. They'll be on the field on the 26th, okay? All right. Don't forget late-breaking news. Michigan State's president isn't going anywhere. He's staying. He's not going to Clemson. Don't know all the details. That's all I know, all I can tell you, okay? I've talked it up. That's going to do it. I'll talk to you all again on Wednesday. Don't forget this Saturday morning from 9 to 10 here locally on WCSR 92.1 FM. Andy Braun will be away on assignment. Harrison James will be sitting in for him. We look forward to doing that show with Harrison at Jen. So you join us Saturday morning from 9 to 10. Won't you please? We'll try to keep you informed like I do here on what's going on in the world of sports as it pertains to us. So until Wednesday then, I'll bid you all a very pleasant good evening. I hope you've all got power back. And if you know somebody, I hope they got their power back too. Apparently, there's still some people yet that do not have power. I think most of those are consumers, customers, but hang in there. Hang in there. We're almost there. So until Wednesday, I'll simply say thank you so much for watching and listening. Remember to please tell your friends. And remember to please treat each other with respect. So until Wednesday, I'll bid you all a very pleasant good evening. and simply say, so long, everybody. Bye.